everyone, and welcome. I'm very happy to be sharing conversation today with our parenting coach, Lina Lie. Lina, I always adore getting to spend time with you. So to start off, I would love if you would just share a little bit about the work that you are doing as a parenting coach.
Yeah, absolutely, Kiva. So I support parents with a growing specialty in school-aged children to deepen their connection with their kids to have more peace and harmony in the family without yelling, timeouts, or punishment. That's what I do.
And Lina, tell us why this is personally important to you. Why do you do this work?
So before I became a parent coach, I was a mom of a very, very little baby. And I realized that in my first year of my parenting life that I needed help. And then that's how I reached out organically to Jai and got myself certified, thinking that I'm just going to do it for myself because I really need it. I just want more, like a more aligned way of parenting that feels right for me. And the way I was doing it was just, no, it doesn't work. It's not, it doesn't sit well with me, and I needed support. So I did that, got myself certified. And after I got certified is just this a desire in me, because the way I see parenting now, the way I view connection and my relationship with my children completely changed. And there is this tremendous need to get this message out there. And so I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna just make a career out of it. That's
Yeah.
what
Gotcha.
Yes, so it's a very organic process.
Yeah. Would you
Yeah.
be willing to share what was going on that kind of signaled to you this isn't working, this isn't okay?
Um, there was no joy. I mean, well, there is joy, but very little of it. Like my son it's very high energy, very high spirited, and I always find I'm like everything I thought parenting to be was just going at odds with what the reality is. And so I was just like, oh, this is not what I imagined it at all. And it was crazy because I did all the studying, I read all the books, I read all the articles, I followed everybody on Instagram and social media, and I'm like, yeah, I got this. And then when motherhood hits me, oh my gosh, it hits me hard. And it was just a lot of frustration, a lot of like, I don't feel right doing this. It doesn't sit well with me. It makes me cringe having to like put my kid in a room. It just doesn't sit well. So that's kind of,
Yeah. Yeah. And so what was the transformation for you? What do you attribute? I know you've had a tremendous shift in your own family and with your littles now. What do you think allowed that to emerge?
I think it's more acceptance, knowing that I don't have to subscribe to the narrative of what our culture says parenting should be, and really just looking inward and at how I want my parenting life to be, because there's no Bible, right? There's no manual how to parent the great
The
way,
right way. Yeah.
right way, right? And then every family is different. And I think for me, just deepening my understanding of like my family, my kid, myself, and working with my children in a way that supports them and support me was just incredible. Like I don't have to account, or I don't have to explain or justify to anyone else other than knowing that what I've done, the reading I've done, the work I've done, the training I've done, I'm confident as a parent. I know what my family needs. I know what I need. I know what my kids need. And it just feels great. Like it just feels so much free. Like it's just so much freedom in my family. Like I don't, yeah, like I feel so much at ease and at peace. And there's just so much harmony in my family. Like we get along, we are very connected, and just so much, even with my husband too, like everyone is just in sync.
That's amazing. I've heard you speak in the past about freedom being a, just a guiding value in your family. Talk to me about how you work with values with the clients that you serve.
So the clients that I do serve, they come to me, and a lot of them have a, a story that they believe that they have to subscribe or be, and it go against who they truly or what they truly believe is their own parenting style and not having that support. So for me, freedom is all about holding space and accepting my clients and seeing and hearing them. What are their real needs? What are their deep-seated belief in themselves and the need that they want for themselves and for their children? And just being able to explore that freedom without feeling like, oh, I'm going to judge them, or they're going to be labeled or shamed or blamed, is really freeing. Like when you're in that space where you know you're fully accepted and no one's gonna like, oh, why did you do that? It's just, there's just so much freedom and joy and ease that comes out of who you are and what your heart really speaks for and want. So yeah, with that said, I think with the clients I serve, there's a lot of freedom in our conversations because my clients know they're in a very safe space with me. And no matter what they say, that they've done in their past, that's past. We don't have to hold on. We don't have to bury ourselves in those guilt, and we can move towards grace
Mm,
and change and
yeah.
transform. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you spoke to, having read all the books and watched the videos and done all the things. And I hear so often that leaves parents feeling more frustrated or feeling more shame or guilt because the change doesn't actually happen. What is it about the coaching container that you create that actually allows transformation?
So a lot of the times when we read books or articles or blogs, it's always just here,
Mm,
right? But parenting isn't just here. It's like every single cell of your being, because it's such an intense and very personal journey, especially if your kids are young. They're going to need so much of you. And if you operate from here, your body, it's just, in your body, it's not in sync with what's here.
mm.
You just, whoa, like you just erupt sometimes, right? When
Yes.
your need for space and peace is interrupted, which happens a lot with very, very young children. And so I think with the coaching I create with my clients is we go through this process with, yeah, yes, it's all here. Yeah, I know you know this, da da da. But how can we integrate what we know here into our
Mm,
actions with our hands, with the way we move with our body? How can we make ourselves feel like, oh yeah, I got this, not just here, but
yeah.
here in my heart, in my hands, every part of me. And that comes out in a more heartful, authentic, and honest manner, um, that just feels really right.
Mm,
Yeah, to
mm.
them.
Oh, Lena, I could listen to you talk about this all day. You're making me a little teary. So, what might be happening in a family with their children to know that they should reach out to explore working with you?
Because mom and dad, if you're hearing this, if you feel yourself constantly complaining or yelling at your kids without wanting to, but it just comes out, or you feel like I got to put my kids in timeout, or I got to punch them for them to know their place, and you're just feeling really frustrated because nothing you say gets to into them, and you're just like, why is this so hard? I would love to have a conversation and see how we can support you.
So good. All right, my dear. Well, if someone is watching and says, yes, that's me, how should they get in touch?
They can contact me on my website. It's called theheartfulmama.com, or on my Instagram handle is the Heartful Mama Coach. Yeah, either one, email or website.
Yes. And I'll plug our book here because
Yes.
you were a contributor to the book that we have coming out in the next month or so. There's such a beautiful voice through that book. It's called The Peaceful Parenting Revolution. It will be on Amazon and eventually Audible. And I was reading some of your stories. I mean, it's just so clear, even talking to you in this video. You are the deepest soul. You have the most beautiful heart. And I'm so excited to share your voice and your wisdom with whoever encounters it. I'm so deeply appreciative of you and the woman that you are in the world. I just want to,
I know, me too. This is incredible work we're doing, all of us.
yeah,
It
it is.
takes a village to raise parents, not just
Yes, we're gonna raise parents. I love that. I'm stealing that one. All right,
yes.
Lina. Wishing you so much success and thank you for all that you do and for mostly just who you are.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Kiva.